Welcome to Cooperstown, New York, everybody. We're just pulling out. We're going to take a tour. We're on the main street right now. We finished lunch and we're going to take a tour of some of the houses. To see the old houses down near the Glimmerglass Lake, you got to go off here on the beaten path. But you're going to see them. Oh, we got to let a pedestrian go by. She almost walked into traffic. Believe it or not, we're right on the edge of town. The town is kind of small, though they have some great museums here. The Fenimore Museum, the Farmers Museum. But here, we're going to go on the back roads and take a look at some of the older houses. And when you're really here in town, that's where it splits. If you're on the north end of town, you see the original homes built in the 1800s overlooking the lake. And that's when Cooperstown definitely was a place for the very wealthy. Okay, here we go. To your left, you have the Inn, Cooperstown, and well, you can just tell by the architecture, the age of these buildings. But when we do look at the historical register, a lot of them are the 1800s. Of course, Cooperstown, there's 1830 right there, some of those houses. You can tell the ones here on the right, these would have been a very wealthy families in the area. Let's take a look here. Very busy today. Some people don't even use a signal. Okay. Some of the gated areas. Homes. Now, what's interesting about this, you see the narrow driveways, some of the smaller garages, because of course when they were built was before the automobile. So the roads are narrow. Kind of upgraded the best they could as the time went on. What I'm going to do is go down a little ways. You can see more of the homes, and then I'll take us down near the lake. Boy, they didn't waste much room. They very small yards. Oh, now you can see the lake on your left. And this is where I'll take a left. Maybe I can go down here and you can see the water. Always love this house on the right. Very high gate with the hedges. It's just a private loading dock. That lake. What I'll do is I'll take a slow turn here. So I turn the car around. You can take a look at the Glimmerglass. We're going to go back up into the residential area where the homes are so old. Much of upstate New York, this was really founded, Cooperstown, on the trade of animal pelts and lumber. Look at these high hedges around some of these houses. You gotta love that. We'll take a right here. Take this back up. Also, of course, Cooperstown is home to Bassett Hospital, a very well-known hospital. us right back up onto Main Street. I'll take us right back up on Main Street so you can see some of the houses up there before we pull out of the town and go down to Glimmerglass. We'll go down to the Glimmerglass State Park. So we'll take a hill. Churches. Episcopal Church at the time. I'd love, we don't have time today, but I'd almost love to take a tour of that cemetery to see some of the headstones in there. I'm sure they go back to the 1700s. Here they're remodeling one of the old homes. Remodeling some of these older homes is always a lot of work. Just gonna let this family who's leaving the hospital get out. Now you're seeing part of the hospital. Figure out how to get out of here. I think we'll go around this way, back toward Main Street. There's the hospital entrance. Bassett. I just remember that entrance because I used to bring my daughter here. That's where we went in. A little bit more modern homes now. We're probably been 100-year-old homes. We're getting, you can see how the city kind of grew from the waterfront back toward what is now Main Street. Of course, you can see the roads are much wider up here too. Beautiful town though. We picked a perfect day to come. Very sunny. More modern. Here comes Church Street, their park, the Cooper grounds. And I think if I go this way, it should take us out. Yep. Just heading back up to Main Street where the Baseball Hall of Fame is. And that's, of course, of all the halls of fame in the United States, there we are. The most famous is, of course, Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame. There we go. And there's Main Street. Probably go right by the Hall of Fame on the way out of town. A lot of places to eat, a lot of restaurants and places like that. Ice cream places. Boy, see again, look at you can tell it's summer with the foot traffic. What I do love is everybody's wearing their baseball jerseys. Foot traffic here could just hold you up almost indefinitely. So I have to creep on out here. And as we pull out, up on the right, you're going to see it. The National Hall of Fame for baseball. I'm going to let this family go by so you can. Perfect. If you look to the right, this is the entrance to the Baseball Hall of Fame. And the induction this year for the Hall of Fame is going to be in July. And boy, you won't be able to get near this place in July. Beautiful old building they built up. And folks, that is Cooperstown. Thanks for joining us on our trip. And we'll talk to you again soon.